Hello, my name is Master Andrew Trento, and this is The Martial Way. I started this particular series for a few different reasons, but one of them would be to educate people on several different topics pertaining to the martial arts. I've been in the martial arts for about 16 years, probably more than that, and I have trained in fitness, self-defense, multiple martial arts such as Taekwondo, Kung Fu, Hagana, Karate, Shotokan Karate, and Kyokushin. And I want to be able to talk to people who might be training in martial arts, who might be interested in martial arts, who might be looking for martial arts for themselves, their children, benefits to them, more sport-oriented, sexual harassment, bullying, things in school, any topic under the sun. The martial arts is a way of life. So I have here with me today to talk a little bit about martial arts. We have Dr. Mary Ellen Steele, who's one of my personal mentors. Mary Ellen is also the mother of William Steele, one of my students here who's going for his low brown belt this month, actually,
Yes,
right?
Very exciting.
He also 3 times at our AAU Taekwondo National.
And God, a medal.
Yes, he did. Yes, he had bronze
Very,
medal.
very proud.
And
Yes.
he's hopefully going to go back this year.
We hope.
Yes.
We
And
hope.
Dr. Steele is also a psychoanalyst in New Jersey and a professor of psychology. And where do you teach again?
Berkeley College.
Berkeley College.
Yes.
And we also have Mr. Thomas Cubby. Thomas Cubby is a professional in the broadcast industry, and he is an adult student here in martial arts. He started martial arts this past January at my center in Rochelle Park, and he will be testing for his high yellow belt this month. How exciting. And he's starting to compete this year.
Yes.
That's right. So thank you both for being here.
Our pleasure.
So what I want to talk about is, Mary Ellen, you've had William at my center since almost when I started, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. What is something that you've seen as a mother, William training in his martial arts, what have you seen since he started back 4 years ago to today?
What impresses me the most, and I wouldn't have believed it before we came here, is the internal discipline that he has developed and the external discipline. And I think in today's world, in any world, that's vital. He's also become extremely focused. That is major to me. So I'm very, very proud of my son for those qualities. I also see a determination and a commitment. And if he's committed here, then there is, as you have very often said, life is a building block.
Yes.
And so what he is learning here, he can take out into the world and build on it. And I see, I'm not being biased, wonderful things in his future because of this. And then you're going to say to me, why Trento's?
Why Trento's martial arts?
And that's very important to me because
Well, you've been here, this is your fifth year?
my 5th year here, our 5th year here.
Yes.
And I came reluctantly. I came kicking and screaming.
I remember, yes.
And because I had with other children that I was close to, experience with other masters. They are not Master Trento. And that is not a commercial. That is the truth.
Thank you. Appreciate
You are warm with your students. You're caring. You're individual with them. You also hold that line and you make them disciplined. You make them not fool around, but do it. And that's very, very important. And I hate to say it, for the people who know me, yeah, I am saying it about the schools their children are in, but there are people who are not very professional. They're in it for their egos and or their money, and they're not giving tools. And to me, as a mother, I want tools. And I think you're a phenomenal role model. I
Thank you,
really
Mary
do.
Ellen. I mean, I've always said, and I've blogged about this, I've talked to other people about it, martial arts is a tool. It's a tool to teach other things in life, not just the kicking and the punching. It's about learning life skills that you can take anywhere. And I know I try to really instill that in my students. I mean, Thomas, you came into this, I don't know, what got you into martial arts? Why did you want to study martial arts?
Well,
I don't remember.
it's always been something I wanted to get into, but I never really committed to doing it. And I was part of a leadership program where I was actually one of the staff members. And so we do what they do. We commit to doing things to have an amazing life. And I knew I was lacking in the area of physical fitness. Had a gym membership.
As so many have.
Yeah, and I mean, throughout my life, I love to lift weights, and I've always gotten good results, but I didn't see the enjoyment in it anymore. It's such a cold place to go to. You go there and everybody's got their headphones plugged in, and you just go there and you feel like you don't even exist. And it's just not a fun environment to be in, and it's very unmotivating to be in that environment, especially when you want to accomplish things. So I kind of came across your place by accident, just passing through while I lived in town, and I remember coming in and finding out about it, and you said, well, you can do a trial and give it some thought.
I remember
and
that.
Check it out, and I said, nope, I'm signing up right now. And it's one of the best things I've ever done.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Very happy to hear that. I mean, when you came in, I remember I just called you back. You were at the diner. You were at the diner. Come on over. I'm over here. But as you said, the environment. I mean, I try so hard to create an environment that is welcoming, safe, but also that we work hard, but we do enjoy the work we're doing. I mean, as a teacher, Mary Ellen, I think you taught 19 years in high school, correct? Mm-hmm. And now you teach at university level. How long?
Mm-hmm. 9 years.
9 years at university level. So as a teacher, how important is it to create an environment, or how hard is it to create an environment where people can learn?
It is an extraordinarily hard thing. And you just said something very important. You cannot learn without the right environment. As an educator, I'll be the first to say, we work hard to engage our students, no matter what level, to make them have vested interest in your course in the university, in the high school I taught in, and you do it well. You do it very well.
Thank you.
I smile because I see the boys my son's age. They're becoming friends.
Yeah.
They're making play dates.
Mm-hmm. That makes me so happy.
But they're also cheering each other on. One of the high points of my going to competitions was when my son was with his friend Theodorus, and Theodorus was doing point sparring. William was not. And Theodorus got a gold. William was so happy for him. So, see, I'm gonna cry. He jumped over, what do you call those things? The rope?
The chain.
Yeah.
The chain.
To hug him. One of us got a gold. It's the one of us. And that's a key to teaching. They aren't saying, I got a gold and you didn't. I got a medal, you didn't. There is a esprit de corps. There's a camaraderie that, to me, is invaluable. I see it with them and I smile.
That's something I think everyone says, what are the benefits to martial arts? One of the things I say, besides self-esteem and focus, you will make friends for the rest of your life. I mean, I know my experience, I'm happy enough to say that just about most of the people that I started with 16 years ago are still in my life today. And everyone that I black belt tested with is a special bond, no matter what. Nothing can ever take away from black belt testing with someone else, the experience that you share. And when I see my own students from several generations worth, they're still, whether they're training or not, they're still together, doing things together. So I see this new generation, we have a crew of 6 boys who are just so tight, and yes, they support each other. I love that. And as a life coach, Thomas, I mean, in your leadership program, I think a lot of the things you might hear is people lacking a support system.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you tell people that come to you that you coach that are always saying, I feel like I don't have any support, or I don't know, I don't belong someplace?
Well, yeah, it's quite common actually for people to feel like they can't ask. And that's one of the big things that in our leadership training that we make clear is that not only is it okay to ask for support, it's recommended.
Yeah.
It's a sign of strength.
It is. And I know even for myself, when I ask for support, when I am, losing my course, and then having somebody there as a support to get me back on course, to challenge me, to lift me up, when I'm maybe feeling down about myself, that maybe, I let myself down, to have those people there. And I get that feeling here too. From all the different ranks too. It's not just the high ranks or the low ranks. It's everybody, and even the young guys. We have this great relationship. I always come in and I feel so welcome when I come here. It's like a family.
That's important to me. We are a family here. I think the best martial arts schools that I go to, they say we are a family, and you feel that when you walk in. I just had friends from Georgia come up yesterday to visit, and we went to see my master, Sifu Pedro Yi, in Clifton, and he presented them with a scroll that he gives to almost everyone. It says, "Martial Arts, One Family." And everyone who comes in, he presented, we took pictures, it's nice. And that's so important when you share something like the martial arts. You have something, you have this bond because of the work put into it and what it does for you, that we do become one family within our own centers and even outside. I mean, Mary Ellen, you've seen other schools.
You don't want me to get started.
Yeah.
But I did. I think of one of the masters who I think is incredible, saying, to William, good job. Even though he was competing against that school, good job. Keep it in New Jersey. And that made me feel good. And another thing, the son saying, help him out there. Good job, William. And what surprised me with the evolution of this this journey, because we're on a journey, I guess. William competed this year at the Nationals, and I honestly thought, after he competed and got his medal, we're going back to the pool. I thought, we're going to have lunch.
It's time to relax,
we're going to have
vacation a little bit.
Oh, no. He was committed 100%. And he said, there's another young man who is superb, absolutely superb. And he goes, we have to watch him compete. I said, okay. And we did. And then we had to watch someone else. But we are a community.
There was that support.
It's a support, there was a respect, there was a seriousness. Of course, the one bad moment that I had to face, and I have to admit it, I did, was, because I am an AAU coach.
Yes.
You
you're
knew I'd get that
yes.
in. That's a different
Burning her
story.
Blue Dragons.
Blue Dragons are next year. But, now you made me forget what I was going to say. But I'm there in the holding pen with my son, getting ready to go on the floor. But it was a different boy. It was a more mature William, a more focused William, and this became very serious.
How do you handle when he gets nervous?
Wait, he said, Mama, you're ruining my chi. I thought I was a support to his chi. And how I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that whatever I did to the little William, I had to respect his growing up. And so I did back off. I let you handle it.
Yeah. I'll step in.
And absolutely. And I wasn't hurt. I wasn't disappointed. I was actually proud. I said, good job. Because there was a commitment to the whole process. It wasn't just a game.
Mm-hmm. And Thomas, you haven't competed yet. What are you looking forward to about competition? What are you expecting? Thomas is going to go to his first competition this this month in October in New Jersey.
It's probably going to take me back to the good old days of high school when I played football. But it's a different experience because in football you're a team playing all together all at once. Now you're still a team when you compete, but each individual performance counts. But I think for me it'll be just the breaking through that barrier of me doing it.
Are you nervous?
I'm nervous.
Are you excited too?
Because it matters.
But yes.
You know, if you're not nervous, it doesn't matter. That's my feeling anyway.
What did Helen Hayes, the great lady of American theater, say when they asked her, when did you stop being afraid to go on the stage?
Did you say never?
Never.
Never. She said, the day I stop being nervous and afraid is the day I stop being good. And that's true, so nervous is good. And you'll do great.
And so I may be nervous, but I'm confident because of the training that I've been getting. And I'm looking forward to the challenge and competing at a high level and doing my best.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing it too.
And that is another you asked. As a parent, as a therapist, that is something you say that I never really had programmed into myself. That has helped William, has helped other children I've worked with, also other adults. All you have to do is your personal best.
Yes.
There is no perfect. Your personal best. Invaluable.
That is so important because I remember years ago when I started training, I tried to be my old master. And I tried to stand like him, talk like him. And then the day I decided to be me, there's a big difference. Being Andrew Trento, that's when my real success came in my training and my teaching. You know, Oprah always said, for years she tried to be Barbara Walters. She tried to sit like her and talk like her and everything. And then she said, when I chose to be me, that's when everything fell into place. And I remember that when she said that, I always stuck with me because there's a difference between being the best and doing your best. I think there's a huge difference. I mean, we've seen it on the mats, we see it with our students, with our kids. I mean, Thomas, in your training, where do you feel so far? Because you're a yellow belt, you're still in the early stages of your training.
Yeah.
What for you is a reference point of you feeling your all-time best so far?
Well, in my first form in Chunji, although I could memorize what it meant, I struggled at first with actually picking up the movements, which is kind of like learning a dance. And I noticed that as I went into my second form, that those movements just came to me much more naturally. And so it's changing the way I think, and I'm gaining that confidence. Like, oh wow, I can actually do this. Because I've always been like in awe of like watching somebody say, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, and they go, and they do it, whether it's in a dance or
Right.
in a martial art. And I was looking like, I don't think I could ever do that, but now I know I can. And it's like I know each time as I get those basics down, that's going to translate into me having smoother and smoother progression as I get higher into the ranks and learning the new forms and the new techniques.
And that's always exciting, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think anyone watch this, there's so many benefits to joining the martial arts, and we can talk all day about it. And I really think that if you were to take the time to really open yourself up to what martial arts has to offer you, there's a lot of different ways of looking into it. If you're local, I'm in Rochelle Park in Bergen County, New Jersey. And if you're not local, I have a lot of friends all over the place who are fantastic martial artists who do these things. They create a positive environment to learn that has that camaraderie, that family spirit. I want to thank both of you so much for being here today on the Martial Way to talk. I can talk all day about martial arts, and I live and breathe it. But thank you for your time here. And next week we'll talk a little more about focus in the martial arts. I'm Master Andrew Trento, and that is your Zen for the day. Thanks so much.